Greetings everyone, Cellophane Dancer 98 back out again with another reaction to Super Sentai. We're looking at the top 10 best female rangers because I remember that from the previous video being mentioned, so let's check it out in here and see how these gals rank in terms of awesomeness and powerfulness and so on and so forth.
Who are the greatest female rangers of all time?
Of course.
Whether they're pink, yellow, blue, or white, we've had a ton of awesome and memorable female rangers within the Super Sentai franchise. And today we're going to discuss which ones are the absolute best as we count down the top 10 best female rangers in all of Super Sentai. Of course, let me know your picks in the comments. And if you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing. I'd love to have you in the community. But without further ado, let's get into it. Number 10 is Gokai Pink, Ahim de Famille, princess of planet Famille, which was destroyed by Space Empire Zangief, who assumed that she was dead, before she ultimately joined up with the Gokaigers. She is a proper lady and has a bit of a fish out of water vibe, meaning the other rangers here are a lot more brash and rough around the edges than she is.
You think? It's just like, yeah, she's a bit more fish out of water, they're brash. You think she's in a pirate crew.
She provides a nice bit of contrast to the rest of the team. She has a good heart, and she's very sweet, but she's also extremely fierce and hell-bent on getting justice for her planet. Now, Gokaiger is an extremely popular show, so because of that, she's very well known within the Toku community.
Dang. Man, she is taking no prisoners here.
Number 9 is Ho-Oh Ranger from Die Ranger. Rin is a master of deadly wind power and the object of Ko's affection. When he first sees her, he's completely smitten with her beauty, and sometimes he does things that would most likely get you arrested. She gives off a strong vibe of sweetness, and she has a very warm heart. She's somewhat soft-spoken and very, very kind and gentle. She's also very smart, and maybe even the smartest of the entire team. I also love her suit and helmet design. Everything in Die Ranger pretty much looks cool, so of course she looks good.
Still, 2 pink rangers in a row, dang. Never mind, 3 pink rangers in a row.
Number 8 is Shinken Pink from Shinkenger. Mako was abandoned by her parents and trained by her grandmother to become a samurai. Eventually, she would reunite with her father in an incredibly complex and well-written character arc, and she's written very well in general. There's just tons of depth to her character and story. She has a great heart and strong convictions, and even worked at a kindergarten school before becoming a Shinkenger. Number 7 is Mega Pink from Mega Ranger. And yeah, I know that I usually rank her higher on these lists than a lot of you guys would, but Mega Ranger was one of the first Sentais I ever watched, so she has a special place in the nostalgic part of my heart. Maybe the ditziest Pink Ranger ever, but I just can't help but like this girl. Some might find her peppiness annoying, but she's my favorite part of Mega Ranger, and
So now that's, how many now? 4 pink rangers? Do I hear 5 pink rangers in a row?
I think she's genuinely likable. She loves food, and oftentimes she will freak out, claiming that she's gained a bunch of weight, when visually she looks exactly the same. That is to say, not fat at all.
Oh, finally we break the pattern.
Number 6 is Hurricane Blue from Hurakenja. Nanami is a water ninja and a wannabe pop singer. She proves that it is possible to be absolutely adorable and charming, but also be a total badass when it's time to get down to business. She's the only female on a team of very big personalities in Hurakenja, and she has enough charm and energy for 2 rangers, so she stands out in this team. I really like her suit. Within Sentai, we have two main shades of blue. The most common is the darker, what I would call royal blue, but Nanami is a lighter shade of blue. Some would call it aqua. And even though she's not the only ranger to wear this color, I really like it, and it comes off as extremely fresh, visually speaking.
Agreed. The gold is a nice accent, along with the white and red.
Number 5 is Oni Sister. Haruka is very peppy and childish, as she's only 17 years old. She's a manga artist who is accused of plagiarism, and it ruined her reputation. But she's extremely talented. She has some negative qualities like jealousy, but it honestly makes her more well-rounded as a human and makes her more endearing as a character. And she just has a very well-written and well-thought-out character design. I also really love her suit. You know, everything in Don Brothers is pretty unique, but yeah, she's pretty cool looking.
今度こそ君が僕を追いかけてくれるんだろう。
残念ながらね。
Number 4
And
is
there's
Time
again.
Pink from Time Ranger. Her name is Yuri, and she is an officer of inner city police from the year 3000. She is the leader
She was in the last list. Wait a minute.
of the Time Rangers and an absolute badass. She's totally no nonsense due to Don Donero having her family killed. And she gives a strong air of professionalism to this team and fits the leadership role perfectly. Even though she's extremely serious and focused on the task at hand, she also has a soft spot in her heart, as you can see through her interactions with Time Red during the series. This girl is just really cool and one that you don't want to mess with.
Nope.
Number 3 is Ninja White from Kaku Ranger. Most of the time, I just refer to her as Tsuruhime. Tsuruhime was the first female Sentai leader, and also the youngest at only 15 years old. Despite her age, she is incredibly mature and focused, making her an excellent leader of this team. She has one of the coolest and sleekest White Ranger suits of all time in my opinion, and I think she's written very well, especially considering the other personalities on this team.
Oy vey. Man, those look like they hurt. Sheesh. Ooh, Deca Yellow.
Number 2 is Deca Yellow from Deca Ranger. Jasmine is an ESPer, which stands for extrasensory perception, if you didn't know. It basically means that she's somewhat of a psychic, but this is generally via touching things or people, or if she goes to a location that is involved in whatever she's investigating.
Jasmine エスパーである。
She wears gloves to keep her powers in check, kind of like Rogue from the X-Men, and she was once so distraught about her powers and not being able to control them that she nearly let an alienizer kill her, but thankfully that didn't happen. She's very calm and professional in the face of conflict, and an excellent cornerstone of this team. Along with Sin, I'd say that she is one of the main reasons why Deca Ranger ever actually solves cases. Despite her professionalism, she is extremely likable with a heartwarming smile. And honestly, I think I'd just love to give her a hug.
Are you joking?
In the Deca Ranger 10-year anniversary movie, we see that she's become a mother, and this is so fitting for her because she just has such a natural, nurturing quality about herself, and it makes her extremely endearing and likable. But you know guys, not everybody could make this list, and I probably could have put 50 entries here because there's that many likable females in Sentai, but here are some honorable mentions for you. First up is Peggy from Go Ranger. The OG Pink Ranger, the OG Female Ranger, Peggy is an absolute icon in Toku. Next up is Chisato from Mega Ranger. I haven't talked about her much on this channel, but she's super cute and sweet and pretty popular within the community. Next up is Megumi from Live Man, who is the first female Blue Ranger, also known as Blue Dolphin, and she's a very well-balanced character with a pretty interesting story. Next honorable mention is Shinkin Yellow, Kotoha, and she pretty much ticks all the boxes. She's extremely cute and sweet, and she has a very kind heart. She was very close to making the main list.
Okay, who's number one then?
And the number one female Sentai Ranger of all time
So that's where he placed her. Okay, that makes more sense.
is Luca from Gokaiger. What an absolute badass this chick is. The perfect combo of beauty and toughness. You don't want to mess with her. She could melt your heart just as easily as kicking your ass and taking your loot.
ルカ指輪
She was an orphan that stole to survive, making a pirate a natural progression. Despite her bad attitude, she has a good heart, and if she liked you, she would go to the ends of the galaxy to defend you. One of the most popular rangers in all of Sentai, regardless of gender or color. She is a true heroine and absolutely awesome. But you know what, guys? That's just my list. Let me know yours in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, it would mean a ton to me if you would smack the shit out of that like button. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.
That was a pretty interesting list. I actually like that. That was fun. Anyway, that was just the top 10 best female rangers. So we're going to be going on to other top 10 lists, like top 10 yellow rangers, pink rangers, red rangers, all that good jazz. So look forward to those lists as we continue on. In the meantime, you guys take care. I'll see you around. Please like, comment, subscribe down below. Let's keep on growing that channel and reaching more people to enjoy these kinds of toku content. Take care. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!